Hello and welcome to Age of Engineering, and my name's CJ. Now, just before we get started today, I have noticed that I was getting quite a lot of lag, and I've just worked out what it was. I've just had to switch all this off. I'm going to have to rewire this all up to one switch so I can switch it on and off as and when needed when they start to empty. Because back here, as you can see, the lag increases. We have got an absolute stack, and this was just gathering and gathering and gathering. Basically what it is the hopper system simply isn't quick enough to pull all the items that this was tethering through, so we've ended up with a major backlog. So what I'm going to do is quickly tidy this up and then I'll be right back. Basically it was my bad. What I'd not done is I'd not put a void in there, and there. So basically, when it had hit that max limit on the pump, on the watermelons, it had then clogged up this pipework here, which was then backing up the entire system. As you can see, that's now all moved relatively fast, and I can now switch the system back on. So problem averted, thank God. I'm just gonna block this back up. Right, and I'll be with you in just a sec. Right, so the first thing I wanted to show you today then, just a little quick tip from myself. Now, if you've been looking to empower emeraldic crystals, you'll find out that what you will need, emeraldic crystals, to empower these, you'll find out that you will need cactus, which we've got plenty of, coot broccoli we've got plenty of, uranium we've got plenty of, but then the green slime crystals, which are made using green slimy mud in a furnace, which is made using green slime balls, sand and dirt. Now, to get those green slime balls, rather than having to go out looking for green slimes, one way I have found a way around this is to create rice dough with 3 rice. Then if you take your rice dough, place it in a 4 quadrant and place that in the center, you get rice slime balls. Now, I may already have some more up here. I've only got 2 more. Let me just quickly make some more rice slime balls. So you take your water, you take your dough, place your water in the center, and you get those slime balls. Now, when you've got more than 9, what you can do with them then is craft them in a 9x9 grid and get yourself a slime block. And if you craft that slime block, that will give you the green slime balls that you require, so you can create your green slime crystals. Now, hope that's going to help you out some. It's definitely helped me in the past, but now back to the present. So the first thing we're going to start with today then is going to be the fishing net. Now I'm going to craft this, and then we're going to go and see if we can get this working. Just head on up these stairs. Let's head down to water source. Now I believe all you have to do is take the fishing net, place it down on a water source. I thought it has to be on top of a water source. Let's create a new water source for it, and so we'll place it on there and then place that there. And then I believe you just place a chest on top of that, and that will start to fill up that chest over time with fish. We'll come check on that in a bit. Now to get on with what we're going to be doing today then. Moving over here, we started with this carpenter a while back, and I've also made another carpenter over here. That's now just got a fluid collector pumping water straight into it, so it's got its own little source block, and this one is going to be for some other crafting. Looked into the recipes of these. Most of the recipes either require water or seed oil. Now the seed oil then we need to create a squeezer from forestry, so just pop down here. Now for the squeezer from forestry, I've already gone and got the items together here. It's a sturdy casing which is made in the empowerer, surrounded by 6 10 ingots and top and bottom of glass, and I've already got those items there. So we're just going to take this up here. Bit of lag there. Right, and we're going to place this here. I'm not too sure if it can pump straight into there. We will find out. But first things first, I'm going to have to power both of these. Let's take all of those, and we're just going to pipe this now straight up to the main power grid, so straight on the high voltage. I think I may also put another post in somewhere around here where we posts. I think we'll bring one right up to this corner edge. I only got that on. Yeah, I will use these. I am bothered. Whoop. And this. There we go. Now just take one of these. I also need my wires. Again, need to craft up some more of them. Nearly out. Plug that on there. And then connect this to this. And then simply connect these straight up to here. And there we go. Right, now I believe if we take any kind of seeds and place them in here. Now going back to forestry, there is also one other item that we're going to have to craft. Let me just quickly find that machine. Where are you? And that is the thermionic fabricator. Now the thermionic fabricator requires one sturdy casing, a chest, 4 gold and 3 pieces of glass. So we'll just go quickly craft that up. As you can see, I've got a couple more sturdy casings spare there. I've made a handful of them for this episode. Right, so we need 4 pieces of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 3 pieces of glass. 1 piece, thank you very much. And we also need a chest. Now, I haven't actually got many chests. Wood is easy to come by, so I'm just going to craft all this into some chests. So we've got plenty. Right, now the thermionic fabricator. Craft that. Take this back up here. And we'll pop this one right here. It doesn't need to be connected to any of these, but I'm just going to pop it there for use. And take one of those, pop that on there, and then we need 1 cable to connect that up to the power grid. And there we go, and that is now fully powered as well. Right, I did make a bit of a cock up there. As you can see, it is now passing from one to the other. What I'd done wrong was, if you put canola in there, you actually get canola oil. So the squeezer can create canola oil as well. But if you put canola seed or just general seed in there, you do get the seed oil out, which is now filling into here. So what we're going to be looking at crafting and then with this seed oil is a casing from Ender.io. And the machine casing takes a sturdy casing, an iron casing, and a basic capacitor. Now we do need to craft the items for the basic capacitor, one of those being the copper electron tubes. That does mean we need to craft clear glass and also thickened glass, because this is the recipe that is correct, which also requires redstone ingots. Now what we'll do then, we'll go and get some of the glass crafted up, and I'll show you just quickly how we get those different types of glass. Right, so the first one that we need then is the clear glass from Environmental Tech, which is just enriched sand, which is nether quartz and sand. So if I just get some of that, and I believe my nether quartz is in here, yep. And then we simply craft all that up into enriched sand. And do both of those. Right, and we will also need to make the thickened glass, and the thickened glass is created by putting sandy glass in a furnace, and sandy glass is created with sand and glass. So if I take some sand, I should already have some glass in here. Yep, I've got plenty. And then we simply take the sand there, the glass there, and that gives us sandy glass. Now it's just a case of getting all this smelted up, so I'm just going to chuck all this in there and let that get smelted up. Right now it's a case of me empowering some Restonia crystals, getting some enriched gold, and then getting everything else ready for make the copper electrum tubes. So I'm just going to take a quick break while I get those items together, and then I'll come back and we'll get crafted and get moved on to the Ender Age. So I'll be right back. Right, so I've gathered all the necessary items then that it's going to take us to create the Ender IO machine chassis. Right, so the first thing that we're going to need then, we're going to be looking at crafting this basic capacitor, so we need to get these copper electron tubes. So coming over to this then, what it then needs is us to put clear glass in here, and that will then start heating that glass up and turning that into liquid glass. The heat should start rising here. We then need to add in the items of ingredients, which is going to be those, and the redstone ingots. So those, and those, and also the thickened glass. And then it's a case of just setting up the crafting table. In fact, we want those, and letting it get processed. And as soon as that has enough liquid, it should then automatically start to process these electron tubes. So we've got the copper in there, we've got the redstone ingots, and we've got the thickened glass, and there we go, there's 4 now, and it's just created another 4 for us. And I'll leave those items in there because I'm pretty sure we're going to be making a few more of these. Right then, taking these then, we then come over to our carpenter, which is now filling up with seed oil, and it's a case of just moving the items in. So we'll place that over there, we'll place that in there, and that in there, and then finally we just need to craft ourselves our basic capacity, which is the 4 empowered Restonia crystals, 2 enriched gold, and 2 copper electron tubes. And I've actually made enough to make 2 of those, so I'm just going to throw those 2 in there and let that process. And right, and there we go, we have our machine casing. Can I leave that in there? No, we'll leave that there for now. And then throw that on the ground and pick it up. And there we go, we're now in the Ender IO age. And we get our trophy as well. I have also set up a little trophy room as well up here for all of our trophies. So as we start to progress, we'll be able to stack them up in here. So I think this is going to make a nice trophy wall. Right, now that is going to do it for today's episode then. Now we have that all up and running, we're not going to move straight on to the Ender age. First of all, we're going to have a look at using forestry's multi-farmer to upgrade our tree farm. It is doing the job and it is creating us creosote wood, but it could be more efficient, and I believe using the multi-farm is going to be the way forward for us. So I'd like to thank you for watching the episode today. If you have enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave a like. It does help me out very much. And also, if you'd like to see more upcoming videos from myself, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you. Drop.